How's it going, everyone? It's David here, and welcome back to another episode of my playthrough for Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, in which I am building Wild World Adventure Park. In the last episode, I began building an American section of the park, including some flat rides, a diner, and beginning a train ride that will eventually transport guests around the park. And after I built that train station, I noticed this little area right behind it that needed to be filled in. And I figured since this is in the American section of the park, why not have a mine theme or like a rustic aesthetic? And when you think of that, the first ride that you probably will think of is a mine train roller coaster. Now, I just didn't want to build any generic mine train. I wanted to actually have it interact with another ride, and I figured a great amusement park isn't complete without a log flume, and I think this would be a great section of the park to have a log flume. So I decided to have both a mine train and a log flume intertwine with one another. Give it some kinetic energy, make it have some more interactions, and hopefully it'll look really, really nice. But I just didn't want to have any normal mine train going through the log flume. I'm actually taking some advice from a fan who wrote to me, and I'm going to fulfill that by having a Mobius loop roller coaster. This isn't exactly going to be like a racing roller coaster, but or even a dueling coaster for that matter, but it's going to be two roller coasters in one, having two different stations, and each side that you load on will have a different experience, and that's what this mine train is going to do, all while it interacts with the log flume. So I think it's going to be pretty neat. It's definitely a challenge, a lot of trial and error with the layout here, and I think this mine train coaster is going to be a good stepping stone. It's going to be a little bit wilder than my junior coaster, but not as wild as the other coasters that I have built. So after I get the layout figured out for this mine train coaster, I will later add a station, some theming, and a splash pad for the log flume. So I don't want to hold you any longer, and I will check back in with you later once I get all of this completed. So as I am finishing up this annex with a fairly elaborate station building, or station buildings I should say, I wanted to add one more thing into this little mining annex of the American section of the park. And since this is part amusement park and part zoo, I decided to have an animal exhibit. And how about some traditional horses in here? This is a pretty tight fit, and it's up on a hillside. It's going to be right next to the Pandemonium roller coaster. But according to the stats, the habitat is just good enough for the animals. And yeah, it's just going to add yet another attraction for guests to go back into this section where they have to cross underneath the train tracks. And then after building this exhibit, I built some stands just to, help service for some food and some restrooms and souvenirs and stuff. And that is pretty much it. I think this looks pretty nice if you ask me. So before I go, I want to give a POV of both the log flume and the mine train roller coaster. So I hope you guys enjoy. So anyways, guys, what do you think of my mining section of the American area of Wild World Adventure Park? And what do you think of my mine train and log flume rides? Also, I would love to hear some name suggestions for this. I kind of ran dry for names for this. Please let me know down in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you like it and subscribe for more content. And with that being said, thank you all for riding, and I'll see you next time.